Hello everyone, this is Diane. I'm working on my A Sweet Girl Graduate blue lace journal, and I have added some laces to the edges of some of the pages, and also instead of using the little fabric clusters that I had selected in the previous video, I decided since it's a blue lace theme, I'll just add some blue lace. So I did a variety of, well, not just blue laces, but laces. And I've added some of the digital elements as decorations and pockets. I think that won't fit in there now. So what I want to do now is I'm just adding some light stamping to some of my plain pages, just to give it a little bit of texture and depth and interest. And then I did this page and started on this one and thought I should just turn the camera on and you can craft along with me. So this is the blue parchment page, and I had glued on this butterfly that was a fussy cut from the kit, and I think I will add this label on this page. But I'm going to stamp a little bit in the background. So I have out my new coffee colored pardon me, archival ink, and I have a Distress Oxide Speckled Egg. So that's what those two colors are. And then I got out this one. I don't know if I'll use it. It might be too bright, but it's the Archival Ink Bluebird. So, and I also have just an assortment of stamps that I can use. So I'm just going to put some ink on my stamp. I'm not using a block because I don't want the full stamp on there. I'm just going to kind of fold it and drop it down there, and it's upside down. That's better. And this is light enough that you can write over it. And I'll add a little stamping to this page. Let's see. Oh, I thought I had a music. Yeah, that's music right there. I'm going to try this brighter blue and see how we like it. I'm going to stamp it onto scrap first. And then, yeah, that's kind of bright. We'll try a second generation stamp. Yeah, that's okay. Just a little bit. I don't need to do as much on every page. I think that's good enough. I think maybe I'll just stamp in the corners on this one. do that. I do want this one to be a nice stamp, not just a grungy background. So I'm going to use my block. I guess I better get a clean paper. And this is not part of the kit. It came out of some papers that were made to be fussy cut and used in junk journals, and I got them in a Happy Mail very recently. And I've had so many Happy Mails lately that I don't remember which box that was in, but I'm sorry. I've already cut some of the things out of the stuff that she sent me, and that I love that blue. So I used several pieces that I cut out of that, and it just makes a beautiful addition. I have these tags, but it can't go in here because this at the bottom makes it too bulky. I think I may end up just clipping it to a page. But some tags came with the kit. They're printed on paper, so I would have to, and I don't want to put a lacy tag in a lacy pocket, so I'm going to have something else to go in there. I have an idea. I wanted to use my Mrs. Coggs stitchery, Stitch With Me, and I made 3 tags with some of those images. I used a lace background stamp on the back of that white tag, and I used some of my wax seals that I've been making. Let's see if this one will fit. And trim a little bit. Get this out of my way. I don't know why I always have to put my paper trimmers upside down. I just can't use them the other way. It's too awkward for me, and I don't know why. Could even, it's a tuck spot, so it's open on that side. And I'll probably put a lace tab on it, pull tab. This is my speckled egg Distress Oxide ink. I think I should probably reinforce this music paper in the center. It's pretty old. Now, I trimmed my blue digitals. Yes, I still have the strips. I trimmed off the digitals, so I could use those scraps to reinforce here. I had some windows open. I had the window open in here and the window behind my couch. And it was raining. It wasn't like pouring. It came down a little heavy for a little while, but the wind didn't seem to be blowing a lot. So I didn't really think anything of it, but then I looked over and saw my windowsill was wet in here, so I closed the window. And the window in the living room is not facing the same way. But I went in there and looked, and that windowsill was wet. And all right, I have to keep my file boxes of papers that I need to keep, like my tax returns and just stuff I need to keep, but I don't need to access it all the time. I have to keep that behind my sofa because I don't have any other space for it. My daughter suggested that. So, yeah, that got all wet. It's okay. It'll be waterlogged. I'll make sure I spread things out so it doesn't get mildewed. I don't think I need to like do the background stamping on every plain page, but maybe, sorry, I got to get this pin in there. Maybe maybe just a flower here. I'm just going to rub a little ink on there. So this kit is, it doesn't say blue lace in the listing, but I think once it's downloaded, the download file is called blue lace, I think. But anyway, it's by Digital Fit. Which I had never heard of before, and I'm not sure how it came up for me because I wasn't searching for blue lace. The other kit that I purchased from her was an Alice in Wonderland that is really, really cool. And I wasn't searching for that either, so I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I was watching someone's video and they mentioned her, maybe they were using one of her things and I looked at her shop that way. I really don't know. Maybe this would be a good page to just clip a butterfly, or yeah, butterfly tag. Maybe I want a double pocket here for the center. I could put a tag, this tag in there. There's only one large tag. Maybe I could put a blue postcard in. But I have 3 signatures that I'll have to do this to. I have 2 blue postcards and 1 large tag. So I will find something else that can go in one of the pockets. But let me see if I have a wide lace that would be pretty here. I used to have a wide blue lace, but I don't know if I used it all. I have that one. There's a blue one. I like that. But it's very thin. I'll have to back it with something. I can do 2 pockets out of this. I could do 3. One of them would just be a little bit shorter on both ends. Okay, so what would I back it onto? Just white cardstock or white paper? Looks pretty washed out on white. Maybe I could get some clear acetate and put it on, or vellum. Let's go with vellum. But I don't want to leave the room right now and go get my vellum. So we're going to continue on. Get a good crease in that. So I took some of these larger pieces and trimmed them so that they would fit and made a tuck spot. I think you saw one. There's one of them. Yeah. I also have this piece, this page that didn't get used. I don't want to waste the printing here, so I think I will just cut it in half and then fold it so that it can go into a tuck spot and be used for a journaling space. Like that. I glued down a little heart and I cut this part off. I just don't think I need that part, but I don't really like the way that fits on the page. I don't want to cut. I think it would look funny if I cut the point off. Maybe not, but so I'm going to do a little stamping on this because, you know, it looks like that was done over here. I've used this one in the blue ink and I want to use the brown this time. Yeah, that was kind of dark. That's better. This is just, I don't know, it's just a random pattern. It doesn't really picture anything, but it's fun to use for this kind of thing. Oops. I know the lighting isn't great today because it is a rainy day. That Distress ink, oxide ink, still looks wet. Maybe I'll just stamp this alphabet here. So I think that signature is good. I'll just have to add the lace pocket and find some things to put into the pocket. I'm going to use that same random pattern and use the brown ink. It's coffee. Oh, it didn't show up at all. Are you crafting along with me? If so, what are you making? So I'll keep using that blue diamond pattern. Now I can find another Mrs. Coggs image. It can be a smaller one, I think. Looks like I need to glue that edge down. I might find other things to tuck into these pockets also. But I have these, but I don't want to add the lace to the lace, you know. Maybe I can find another way to use those little lace tags. Now that the rain is done, I'm going to open my window again because it's getting hot in here. Feels muggy. Ah, I feel a breeze now. I love a good breeze. I used to use my ATG gun for gluing these down so I didn't have to wait for them to dry before I folded them. But like I said, before I haven't been able to find the refills. And then I got a gun with the tape in it in a Happy Mail. But I haven't tried it yet because in her note she said, or message to me, she said she may not have that loaded properly and I may need to work on it, and I just haven't checked it out yet. So we're still going with the glue, but I'm going to check that out. Maybe she has it loaded properly, I don't know. But this is a fast drying glue. And there's a little fabric cluster that I did add. So I added lace in the front half of the book and a little fabric cluster in the back half of the book. I think I'm just going to put a little glue on this bottom piece of lace, the bottom of the lace, so it doesn't flop around like that. I think that page is done. And here I'm going to add another of the digital fussy cut flower pieces. I thought there were two kinds of flowers. Oh, I put the other ones on a tag, didn't I? Put them on something, I think. I might put a center. Yeah, I think I will get a punch and punch a little flower to put in that center because it's just a open space there and I don't really like it. Nope, I think it needs to be a different color. But we're using blues. Some of the lace has kind of a magenta color. Let's see what I have in my scrap box. These little pieces. maybe that. That's pretty close. I'll punch all 3 flowers and see which size and shape work the best. I think it might be a little too big. I think I like that one. I'm looking for something. These are little fabric flowers. Can I get that back in there? So then there's just a little hint of the purple behind it. I'm gonna just trim that little stem a tiny bit. See if we can make this work. There's gonna be a bump. That's a pretty good size center there. But the wax seals are bumpy too, so maybe I should make a, what do you call it, writing board. Gonna put a little dab of glue in the center to help hold that little piece in place. Now I have to get it back in the hole again. Which is not as easy as it sounds. Okay, I think it's in there. I cut it short, so there's not much to go in there. Okay. Now put some glue. Ooh. That'll help hold it in place too. There, I like the way that looks now. That's better. I'll just save the flowers that I don't use for this project. I'll do the white part later, so you don't have to watch me fuss with that. This has that magenta color, so I'm going to use magenta paper clip here. Get that one all ready for the next one. And then here we'll just need a lace pocket. So we'll fix that later. Let me see if I did everything in this part, this half of the book. It goes that way. I have it upside down. Yep. Okay. I think I should add a little embellishment here. I did some of the stamping on the other one, but this has lines. So let me just see what I might have by way of blue flowers in here. Don't want anything too big. There, that takes care of that signature. Now I want to show you the cover of the book. Oh, here, no, that's not it. I put it in the wrong one. This pin is shorter. They're those new pins I bought that say they're rust proof, but they're shorter, so it's a little hard to get them in there. But they're skinny enough to fit. The gauge is small enough. So here's the book cover, which is in not great condition. So you can see the fabric is, let me see, I'm trying to get it so, I don't know if you can see. Maybe there you can. It's worn. You can see the bookboard. So, and it's stained. It does not come clean. And I can put corners on. See the stains? So I was wondering if I should do some painting on it, but I don't really want to do mixed media here and then have this, because this looks vintage and mixed media might look a little too modern. And I don't know. If it was mine, this wouldn't bother me. And probably by the time you see this video, this journal will be done, because I'm several days ahead of my, videoing. So I don't know why I'm asking your opinion, because this book will already be done when you see this, maybe. But I'm thinking if I put Mod Podge here, because I was thinking I could wrap it with lace, but I just don't know if I would like the look. I don't mind little bits of lace, but just to have a solid row of lace here, I don't know if I would like that. And I could seal this with Mod Podge and put it on the edges to prevent further fraying. So I think I might do that. I just don't know what to do about the back. That wouldn't bother me if it was my journal, these stains. I'll probably just seal the cover with Mod Podge. so I guess I didn't need to show that to you. I wanted to show it to you in case I decided to paint it and do other things to it so you could see how it started out, but I don't know that I'll actually do anything else to it. So I have one more signature to do. Let's see how we're doing thickness wise. It's a smaller book, so I wouldn't mind going a little smaller than my normal 2 inches. If I do 1.5 inches, I think it might give it an alligator mouth, but we'll see after I get this one stuffed with its stuff. Alright, thanks for crafting along with me. I do have to glue this down. I hope you were crafting with me, and if not, I hope you were just enjoying watching my process. And what do you think of this gorgeous cover here, even though it's in terrible condition? It's a beautiful picture, and I couldn't let it go to waste. And I hope you like what I'm doing with it. And I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.